Tech Committee.
Thank you.
8.2 and the Integris repeater are working fine, so over to Newcastle.
Well, just briefly on the Newcastle,
Just briefly on the new, see, now I have to talk really low so I don't knock everybody out of their chairs. Anyway, actually we were down at the 21 repeater at the Newcastle site this last week, and thank you Henry for going with, and Jim, wherever he went to. They went down with me, and we did a few little maintenance tasks down there, and mostly just looked at it. Hadn't been down there in a while, and had a lot of winds. Antennas are still on the tower, and they're still sticking as straight up as they ever were. And quite honestly, talking about the net the other night, all the repeaters were just amazing. I was so surprised. The two that are usually kind of scratchy at my house were loud and clear. But anyway, somebody asked me earlier about our cans, our duplexers, and they came back. They showed up about a month ago while I was on vacation, and one of my neighbors drug them in the house so they didn't sit outside. Have not taken them down and reinstalled them. We're still running on the loaner cans.
you just lost your mic.
Yay! Lost my mic. I guess if I don't talk, or if I keep talking. Anyway. Oh, is that it? Okay. Anyway, the cans are still at my house, and I was hoping Don would be here today, and I'm going to arrange a time for he and I to go down and swap the cans out and see what they did to ours. So hopefully they're fixed. So we'll get back on ours and get the others back to their owner. So that's kind of where that's at. Yeah, Terry.
Did they, when you got that back, did they provide a little scan, a sheet of paper that shows the scan where it,
No.
no, okay, so we just take their word that they did it? Okay.
No, I know.
Include a sweep?
Yeah, yes, almost mandatory.
Anyway, so any other? Actually, Terry, just let me answer. The only thing I know is on the invoice they said they put retune. That's the only detail as to what they did.
I just remember Steve's dad was telling me some of the stuff they did, and they always had to have pictures and scans and
Yep.
stuff when they did anything like that.
Yeah, it might be down in the box, so.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I opened the box and I looked in, and they're in there, very well packed. And by the way, we're going to keep that box because if we ever need to ship them again, we need that box. It's beautiful. But there may be stuff down in there. On the outside of the box, all there was a packing slip. So anyway, but maybe I'll find something more when I get down in there.
Okay.
Plan on leaving them in the box till we get them to Newcastle and we'll pull them out down there.
So you're saying the crooked 8.2 antenna that used to flap in the wind, maybe these last windstorms straightened it out?
Maybe.
I don't know, and just to bring everybody up to speed, I took a picture of the 8.2 antenna a couple years ago, I think it was, and it was pretty much vertical. Went down there a couple months ago, and it's not so vertical anymore. It's got about a 5 or 10 degree tilt on it now. So I haven't been down today. I may go down there to over there anyway after the meeting today and just see if these winds have straightened it out. But I think a better explanation for the nets comes from Mr. Angles here.
2-3 years ago,
Turned it off. Yeah, it got turned off. And it keeps going off on its own.
2 or 3 years ago, SCARS did a survey on propagation and how it affects
And the light just went out.
Yeah, the batteries.
Is the battery gone?
Batteries are going.
and how it affects repeaters. Dave and I talked about it for a while, but during stormy periods with the sun and your geomagnetic storms, the repeaters can be heard better. SCARS did a survey, like I said, over 30 days during a stormy season. Actually, it was during, I think it was 2 months. It was a little while, 2 or 3 months, and they looked at this every day. And when the repeaters were very well heard and people weren't complaining that, oh, well, I couldn't get into the repeater, those days were also geomagnetic storm days. Okay? So, on the net Thursday night, just so happens that we were in a G1, G2 storm. So, I mean, I commented to him this morning. I said, man, wasn't scratchy. He was full quieting into the repeater the other night. And I said, aha, okay. So, just so you'll know, geomagnetic storm days correlates to days when those of you who say you can't get into the repeater will probably have a full quieting into the repeater.
So 6 meter good, local repeater's good. 6 meters bad,
Yep.
local repeater's not as good.
That's right.
Okay. Why are you handing this to me?
I'm a nobody.
You handed it to him.
No, I handed it to him for the new battery. This goes to Bill next. VE test report. We had a whopping 0 candidates pass, 0 fail, 0 show up. But we did have some interesting conversations in there. CORA report. I assume this is Mr. Top.
Planning moves forward for Ham Holiday 2026. You've all heard about the new venue down at the Canadian County Events Center. That's located on the very south edge of
Cleveland.
the Canadian
Cleveland
County Fairgrounds. on
Cleveland
Robert-
County.
Cleveland County.
Cleveland County. I just wanted to see if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
It's a brand new facility. They're still moving their office furniture in. It's going to be great. It's got a 10,000 square foot exhibit area, 2 super large LED screens, and 5 smaller, 80-inch LED screens, plus 2 exhibit rooms, a flat parking lot. You don't have to go down the hill. Got a nice lobby. It's an excellent facility. The prizes for this year, the grand prize will be a Yaesu FTDX 10. The special prize will be an ICOM IC 7610. That's the one where we'll only sell 300 tickets. The pre-registration prize is an ICOM IC 2730A dual band transceiver. We're still working out the various seminars. Pre-registration will probably open likely sometime in May. So stand by for further words. Yeah.
Did you ever convince them to buy some sliding panels to make those 2 gigantic rooms into like 4 smaller ones?
They recognize they should have done that during construction, but that's going to be something that's probably going to be down the road a couple of years. It's what Terry's talking about. 2 exhibition rooms or side rooms are about 2,000 square feet unto themselves, but they're not designed as meeting rooms. They're not designed as smaller exhibition halls. And even the manager recognizes they should have put movable walls so they could divide it down into 2 rooms each. That will probably happen in a couple of years.
Very high ceilings.
And it's a real high ceiling. There's no PA system. Like I said, it was designed as an exhibition hall, not as a meeting venue. But CORA meetings are the first Saturday of each month here at 1 o'clock. Everybody is welcome to help. More hands, lighter work.